Up next on the 2025 CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour is the Kirtland girls soccer team. We've got head coach Josh Sladek and two of the players coming in after their run to the Elite Eight last season. Coach, give us a quick preview. What can we expect this year?
You can expect a lot of what we brought to the table last year. A lot of work. The work rate's going to be high. Intensity is going to be high. But overall, just a little flair that the girls bring individually. So we're going to try to capture that early and see if we could bottle it up for the postseason and make another run.
Only two seniors on the team, so a relatively young squad. How do you see it coming together, though, early in the preseason?
So I'm fortunate where we are this year in comparison to the same time last year. I feel we're leaps and bounds ahead. And that's not a knock to last year's class of seniors whatsoever. But the fact that we were so young last year really helps us better ourselves for the beginning of the season this year. So I think we're able to get a little more advanced a lot sooner than we could have last year. Last year, we did a lot of breaking down, talked about a lot of the little things. And this year, we can kind of get right into it a lot quicker. So with the group that we have, just they're after it. They want to get better. They want to do better than what they did last year. And so every day it's just a grind, but they're putting in the work, and hopefully we see the benefits of it here sooner rather than later.
Have you started to get the sense of an identity yet?
I feel like we have, for the most part. Obviously, there's going to be little tweaks that we make in the beginning of the season. Come conference time, those games are going to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more serious for all the obvious reasons. But for all intents and purposes, we want to be able to show up and show out when it comes to the games against the Division III and Division IV schools. Being one of only, I think, 3 Division V schools in Northeast Ohio on the east side, we definitely want to be able to show that, yeah, we're small, but, we can hang with anybody.
Small but mighty. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the girls. Megan, we'll start with you. For the folks at home, just introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
My name is Megan Urbanik. I'm going to be a senior this year, and I play on the wing.
All right, so coming in senior year, there's just 2 of you, a small but mighty class. But what's the identity that you're getting the sense of from seeing what your team looks like here in the preseason?
I think that altogether, like Coach said, it's a lot of the same people from last year. I think we only graduated 4 starters. And so I think we have a lot of cohesion early on. We know how each other plays, and we've played together a lot. And I think that helps us a lot going into the season this year.
With so many returning players coming back and the players being more familiar with Coach's style, how much more competitive was it in the preseason?
Like Coach said, I think that at this point this year, we're a lot ahead of where we were at this point last year. And I think just knowing how we all play together, and we've learned that we work well together, and it's really pushed us to better ourselves and better each other in the preseason and going forward.
You told us what your position is, but what's your role on the field? What's Coach looking for you to do?
I would say the 2 of us got to talk. There's not a lot of people that love to talk on the team, but I think overall just leading the team and telling them when they do a great job and sort of pushing everyone to better themselves and better our team.
To win games, you got to score goals. How's that unit up top coming along? Who are the girls that are playing the forward positions, and how's that chemistry being developed?
We're trying out a couple of different formations, and for the most part, I would say Gabby D'Amato is always up top in our formations, and I think that goal scoring is definitely one thing that we can work on a lot. We have a strong base throughout the field, but that's something that I think needs to come together a little bit more. But I think that as the year progresses, that's something that we'll improve on.
Give me a breakout player on both sides of the field, offense, defense, just a player you think's going to have a big year, and tell us why.
I mentioned Gabby D'Amato. She's an incoming freshman this year, and she's had a really great work rate so far in the season, and I can see her doing great things for us. And then on the defensive side, I would say Danica Sham has sort of been set into a position that she necessarily hasn't been comfortable in before, and she's been dealing with the change really well and adapting to it, and I see great things from her too.
What are you doing to be a senior leader? What does that mean to you?
I think personally it's about bringing each other up and focusing on our positives overall and working towards becoming the best team that we can be.
Outstanding. All right. Well, good luck to you this fall. Let's go to Lauren. Lauren, for the folks at home, introduce yourself. Name, grade, and I'll tell them your name, position, and I'll tell them you're a senior since there's only two of you.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm like anywhere in the back line. I've been playing in the center, but also on the outsides.
What do you see being different about this year's team compared to last?
I mean, we definitely lost a few starters, but I feel like everyone has stepped into the roles pretty good. Obviously, there's going to be a new team dynamic just because we are so young and everyone is still figuring out where people want the ball and how they like to play. And so there's always that aspect of learning how each other plays. I feel like that's going to be our biggest difference this year.
Who are the other girls on that back line?
We have Gianna Trem, who's our center back. Danica Sham has been coming in as well. Lil Horna has been really good on the outsides as well. We also have Kylie Sale also on the outside. So they've all been a really good help and really good at transitioning into the back line.
Tell us who your goalkeeper is and give us a scouting report.
So Catherine Bradshaw has been our main keeper, and she's looked amazing during preseason. She's worked really hard over the summer and has put in a lot of effort into what she does. And we're all very confident on the team that we can rely on her when we need to and feel that we have a really strong goalkeeper.
How much did last year's run to the Elite Eight inspire you and your teammates to put in some extra work in the off season and work harder in the preseason?
I feel that based on how far we went last year, it's really driven us to want to go farther this year. So everyone has a desire to play as well as they can and to connect with everybody so that we can advance. And based on how we've already started this season, it makes it really promising for the postseason and the brackets that will be really good.
You were in 7th or 8th grade when Kirtland won the state championship in 2020, and I'm sure you were inspired by that. What do you hope to add to your legacy? I mean, obviously a state championship would be great, but going out as a senior, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
I really just want to leave that positive environment. I mean, last year when we went all that far way, it was really inspiring and everyone was just really connected. Everyone had a great time and the team atmosphere was really high. And I really hope that we can continue that this year and go farther in that and bring the team a little bit closer doing that as well.
Give me your breakout player on offense and defense and tell us why.
On the offensive, I would probably say Olivia Pickens. She had a really good season last year and she's been trying new positions in the offensive half and has looked really nice in preseason and in our summer leagues. And I feel that as we get more comfortable playing with her, she'll keep advancing up in that as well. And then on our defensive end, I'd really say Catherine Bradshaw in goal is going to be the one to watch because she's put in a lot of effort this summer and it should be recognized. And I'm positive that she's going to have a great season.
Excellent. Good luck to you this fall. Coach, back to you. Talked a lot about some of the girls up top, midfield on the back line. Who are the girls that have impressed you in the preseason with their work ethic?
Oh, it's going to sound cliche, but everybody, honestly. And I hate when coaches say that. But honestly, everybody, so we have all starting 11. They have been at every single weightlifting session we put on over the summer. I gave them 1 week off once they got out of school last June, and 3 days a week. They were all there working around their work schedules. Lauren had a couple jobs going on. She would get in before everybody and just to be able to get the workout in. So if that doesn't say enough about what really embodies the team, Lauren and Megan both hinted at it. Their run last year did bring the group together, and there was a certain mantra that the girls had and a sense of, we could do this each and every game. So seeing how that's kind of transpired through the summer into the Mayfield Summer League and into these preseason scrimmages is nothing short of amazing. So Megan talked about Gabby Diamato. She's definitely, as a freshman, kind of similar to Peyton, Atkins, Olivia, and Kylie last year, even Lil last year coming in as a freshman and really, impressing a lot of the upperclassmen with her work rate and just her ability on the ball. But I think with anytime you put Olivia Pickens, Peyton Adkins, Lexi Vosicki together on the field, it's going to be a special thing. Freeing up Megan on the flanks and freeing up Danica making runs out of the back line, taking that pressure off of Gianna and Lauren, I think is going to be something, fun to watch. But if I had to say one person or a couple people that really, made me step back and just kind of smile, it would have to be the two ladies we're talking to here with Lauren and Megan. Their sense of leadership, not just because they know it's being thrust upon them as seniors, but that's just who they are. Even last year, I put them in an awkward role as junior captains, and that was my own doing from my past. But they were able to take it and kind of ran with it and made it their own, whether they believe it or not, and just seeing what they brought to the table. And this year, I think everyone knew to look to them because there was that level of trust. And so they knew as a team that they could rely on those two for anything and everything. So when it comes to setting up the workouts or setting up little individual things, those two are the go-to people.
Last one for you is just define success for the team this year. I mean, obviously the Elite Eight again would be sweet. Making it farther would be sweet, but every team has a different level of success. How are you going to measure it this year?
It's a good question. Honestly, as long as we're just showing improvement, if we're going into every single game and we're giving it everything we can, how can a coach be upset? Soccer is going to play the way soccer is going to play. Ball bounces this way, we win. Ball bounces that way, we tie or lose. But as long as we're going into each and every game and we're competitive, we're pushing each other, we're pushing ourselves to get better every single training session, every single game, I'll take that as a win. It'd be great, obviously, to make a push in the States, get past the Elite Eight this year. But at the end of the day, results are going to come. Hopefully goals are scored and no goals are given up by us. But, it just goes to say with the high school sports, nothing's ever predetermined. Everything, Friday Night Lights, you never know how it's going to go. So especially with this Friday against Chardon, we could come out and blow the doors off or get our doors blown off. But hopefully it's the former, not the latter. Or latter. Oh, sorry.
Right on. That's great. All right, Coach, I appreciate you and the girls taking some time out of your day to preview the season, and good luck to you this fall.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, looking forward to see you throughout the season.